Welcome back to Blood Omen 2. As always, I'm Alexei.
I'm Zane.
And now we're gonna have more tutorial.
Your ability to survive will depend upon your ability to fight. It's time for you to learn how to kill. Your first line of defense is your agility. You can dodge around an opponent using your inhuman speed. You can also defend yourself by blocking attacks. I shall now strike at you. Do not be concerned. I shan't use my claws. Block my attacks, and we can proceed to the next lesson.
Yeah, this one.
And I screw it up. Because I don't remember what the block button is.
Well, the block button is the block button, of course.
Yeah. And it's C, apparently.
That perfect place to put block.
Yeah, well now it's space.
No, that's where you're supposed to have jump. Don't.
Jump is actually on the right mouse button. And it's probably believe it or not, it's probably the most sane thing about these controls.
We are all armed with a natural weapon, our claws. Use them to kill your enemies. You can practice by attacking me.
You know, I would say that for the most part, this is probably the best combat in the whole series.
If you see an enemy become tired, use this opportunity to grab him. Once grabbed, you can throw him a great distance.
Well, I'd say that Defiance combat in the very early stages of the game, when they don't yet throw lots of enemies at you while locking you down with them. That one is a bit more fun because it's more hack and slashy. But yeah, overall this one is the most fun until it becomes a grind fest in the second half of the game.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. You sure threw a great distance.
Yeah.
Excellent. Your lesson is over for the moment. Continue through the sewer, and I shall meet you again shortly.
This tutorial was just as boring to play as it is to watch.
Oh yeah, it was atrocious when
It was irredeemable.
yeah. And I like how they they're like your rage bar, like it was just like a very quick thing. They didn't actually explain what the rage bar did.
Yeah.
Like kinda did, but not really.
They will do it a bit later, I think. Or maybe not. And this was the first switch puzzle. There are gonna be a lot more of them.
Whew, yay. Switch puzzle 1 down. Super hard.
Here you are at last. Through this door lies your first true test. A gang of criminals are encamped ahead, and one of their number stands guard, unaware that his fate approaches. You must kill him, Kane. You have the skill to block and dodge his attacks. Bring him down using your claws. Once you have felled him, drink his blood to restore yourself from any wounds you may receive. I will be watching.
This game was doing stupid butt shots before Mass Effect 2.
Oh yeah. Man, this control scheme looks so bad.
Yep. And I'm just stuck because my mind is trying to process where do I want that shit. And I don't actually remember where I put it.
Oh, you have Fury already? I thought...
No,
for some reason...
Yeah, what?
I thought, like, Mist was the only power that,
You get from the get-go.
Yeah.
No, they should give you these two. One for combat and Mist for stealth, basically.
I don't ever remember using Fury that much, actually.
Well, this is because the very next power that we will get, it will just render this one obsolete. Or is it the one after that? Maybe, I don't remember.
All I remember was one very specific dark gift that I kept using over and over after I got it.
In addition to our physical superiority, vampires also possess dark gifts. These are our supernatural abilities. Our curse develops differently in each of us, giving us unique powers. Much of your former power, Kane, has been weakened during your long hibernation. The mist you see here can be used to your advantage. You have the ability to assume a mist form and become nearly invisible. You can move silently to bring down your prey from behind. At times when you are outnumbered, look for mist from which to kill your enemies silently. If you are pursued, you can hide in mist to escape. Now, use this gift to kill those before you in the cemetery. I will let you continue when the deed is done.
And so they finally introduce us to the stealth combat. And after we're done with this, we will get permission from Uma to proceed.
Nice. I love the misform in this and everything. I like the whole stealth thing about this game.
Yeah, it's probably the best thing in the game. And I am not really good at it.
Wow. you ruined the biggest thing about the game and they give this one to you. They give this one to you. You know that, right? Like
And it was not deliberate. I just screwed it the fuck up. Because you have to hold the attack button, and I never realized it until a bit later.
Oh, you have no idea how upset I am right now. Like seriously, the one thing.
I finally get it done in the end.
Thank God. So, yeah, probably the coolest thing about the game was the executions that you can do.
Yeah,
and
they're brutal.
They are very brutal, and I forgot how many items, or how many different ones per item, or if it was one per item, but every weapon has at least one unique execution.
Yeah, and I will do my best to show them off. And also the unarmed executions, they're in my view the best actually.
Yes, actually, the unarmed are exquisite. There's one in particular that I'm thinking of that I cannot wait to see.
We're not really gonna see it in this video or in the next one, but I will be showing them off because I'm gonna have to keep track of them. Also, I don't know how to drop a weapon, and if I can do it.
I don't remember.
Probably not.
There has to be a way. I'm almost certain there was a way.
What manner of sorcery is this?
This is glyph energy, a new form of magic brought into the world with the rise of the Seraphan. It supplies power to all of Meridian. The gate you see can be opened using this energy. Activate the glyph box. This will bring power to the gate's lever and allow you to open it.
So, she has said something that has been bugging me for a while now. Especially since I was able to see, most of, well, the other games that I have not, completed. And that is Seraphan. And I'm almost 100% sure that the Seraphim were wiped out in previous games, like before Kane even came to power.
Yeah, it's either a plot hole, or we could probably kinda say that the big bad of the game brought them together. And more signs, by the way.
Of course.
And now for the worst part of the game, easily, hands down.
Oh yeah, and I forgot that it just like travels like the slowest fucking way possible.
Yep.
There's also one other thing I, wanted to point out too from the initial video, which I didn't say anything about because
Well done. The glyphs are operated by the Glyph Rites, a secret society existing within Meridian. You may see them working on glyphs from time to time. They rarely talk with the townsfolk, and very little is known about their origins. Ahead is the market where the common dregs of Meridian engage in their filthy commerce. Beyond the market is the bridge that leads to the lower city. Make your way east to the bridge. I shall meet you there.
And where are you going?
I shall scout ahead to ensure that you don't meet any Seraphan patrols. You aren't ready for them yet.
How trusting of you to leave me to my own devices.
Consider it an act of goodwill.
because of things like that. Huh. But yeah, there was somebody at Kane's side during the map room thing, and that I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be dead.
Yes, I think you can say his name out loud, because whoever didn't notice the entire thing in the first place is not even gonna be watching this video, probably.
True, true. But I'm always bad at saying his name. It's like Vorador.
Yes,
I think.
you said it perfectly.
Good.
Yes, it's the biggest fucking plot hole in the series, and it was never ever fixed. They wanted to fix it, but I'm not sure. They either did not have time for this, or they tried to leave it for the 6th game, which never happened.
The 6th game, which will eventually happen, especially with the popularity of Nosgoth taking off.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll get a 6th game.
They are delicious.
I do so enjoy those executions. So I guess my memory wasn't so great, but it looks like we were only set to 1 execution per item, or per weapon, I should say.
I could have sworn that there are 2 executions per item, but I think there are maybe there are different ways to enable them, and if there are, I have not yet found the way to do so. And by the way, here I am stumbling, I am trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah, that one was a bit difficult, but I do believe you're on the right path of going up.
Yep.
You're determined to go via the most circuitous way you could.
Yes.
It's like stairs. Who the fuck needs stairs?
Yeah, and then I look at these stairs and, well, whatever. And now for more glyph switches. Yay. By the way, it's not necessary to kill everything in your path here, but this is actually the way to prevent the latter half of the game from turning into just one huge blood-sucking animation. It will become clear how this happened later. Much later.
I'm not too familiar with that.
We are going to enjoy that sound a lot. You didn't even understand what sound I talked about, right?
Probably not, no.
When I turned that valve.
Oh, the squeaky squeaks?
Yes, we're gonna hear a lot of it.
Yes, that's true. You know, one of the... Okay, because I played Soul Reaver first, and I didn't beat it. I got to gosh, I'm really bad with names, but that's okay. The water section of it all, and
Rahab. The
Yeah,
drowned
Rahab.
Abby.
yeah, I failed at platforming as a little kid. But the second time, so this was the second game in the Blood Omen or the Blood Legacy of Kain series that I've ever played, and like I did not know half of anything about the whole series. So like you have to realize, without really understanding all the great writing, like this was probably one of my favorite Legacy of Kain games.
Except now you have seen the first 3 and it no longer is.
I mean, it has its charms, but yeah, like it is not okay. It is a decent game. It's not a good Legacy of Kain game.
Pretty much, yes. Although, admittedly, it has a much lower production value than Soul River 2. And then Defiance, definitely.
Definitely. One of the things that like I was always confused about is like, why is there this pool of blood just going right into my mouth? Why am I not biting anyone? And then it was literally answered in the first Blood Omen.
Well, which is basically because Kain can.
Yeah, like vampires have a mastery over blood arts, and thus allows them to suck the blood from a distance.
It's not even so much vampires as specifically Kain.
I thought Vordor did.
Come, this way. Follow me.
Where are we going?
I am taking you to Sanctuary, the heart of the Cabal. It is time that you meet our leader.
It was time indeed to hear this so-called leader's plans and learn what he thought his plans might be for me.
Kain, this way.
Vampire! Here, close the gate.
Kain, you must find a way to reach the lower city. The smuggler's tunnel will take you there.
Pestilent vampire, die!
Go to the Grand Hotel in the slums. A contact will meet you there. He will tell you where to go.
Stinking, verminous, blood-sucking fiend!
Do you want your death now? Come, and you shall have it.
Come back!
I was alone at last, in a city changed beyond all recognition, in a land that was under a curse. Should I follow her, as she asked, or go my own way, find my own answers? But answers were promised me in Sanctuary. After that, I would know what to do.
I like how the guard just sees Kain and just completely ignores him.
Yeah, this scene is stupid. But this is it. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
See ya.